Hey, Chris. I felt it to be very important to respond to what your tech in China is saying because this really it doesn't add up. It's not what I've been dealing with, and um, it's I felt it to be very important to be able to prove to you that this is completely different from what your tech in China is saying. And I've got a good friend of mine, Bo, who is filming. He's also taken a look at this, and he's also in complete agreement that this is completely different from what your tech is saying. Bo, if you want to say hello.
Hello, yes, I do agree.
Okay. Wanted to start off first by showing you that this little piece. This is the first thing he was the tech in China was saying that that little piece was the part for the light. As you can tell, the light is about 3 inches above where this little piece is, and this little piece has been stripped. Continual regular riding on this. This is the only connection point that holds in the handlebars with the front alignment with the front wheel. So it's not capable of holding up over continual regular riding. And as you can tell, this is a strip piece. It comes in and out. And at this point, I'm gonna show you. Though, if you let me, I'm gonna if you can capture both of this in frame. I put cut out a piece of stick it note, whatever. One here and one there, and right in between here, that is where the crease is of where the unwanted turning action is taking place. And all I'm doing is just holding the bottom of this right here, my hands right here on top of the handlebars. But as you can see, Chris, that is incredibly dangerous. To ride down the street and have something like that happen, and as I explained to you a couple days ago, I almost had a pretty bad accident. Luckily, I was driving very carefully. I was going around a curve, and this action started happening. It threw my balance off. Luckily, I was able to grab the brakes, put the brakes on real hard, and catch myself before something really bad happened. But as you can tell, again, this is just incredibly dangerous. And your tech in here says that the way it's designed, it can never come loose. Well, as Bo and I can definitely contend, as we can definitely prove, that obviously it has come loose. And I don't know what your tech is talking about, but as you can tell for yourself now, Chris, obviously that does come loose. Also, if he says he's got if it's passed all the safety and has the proper certificates, honestly, I question that, and I think Bo questions that too. I think regardless of where it's manufactured, if that passes as a certificate or a safety check, whatever, you can obviously tell that this is not safe, man. This is not safe at all. Okay, I wanted to show you also that so you can understand that we have tightened all of these connection points where the argument might be made. Well, it's another connection point that tightens between the post running through the hollow shaft. As you can tell, all of these connection points, this one has been tightened. The other two, I have to get around to the other side real quick. And Bo, if you want to follow me here, I'll tighten going in that way. I will tighten these. Actually, it requires a smaller wrench. Let me grab that other. I think I've got that other smaller wrench in here somewhere. If not, oops, if not there, then it's in some other thing. So I'm going to tighten all of these just to prove to you that no matter where you tighten, it's not going to have any effect. It's not going to have any effect of that unwanted turning action being being corrected. So I am tightening that, and then that, and okay, and I'm going to tighten. I'm going to make sure that those are, let's see, I just had that one, there we go. I'm going to tighten that one, and that one. Okay, those are all of the connection points. Actually, there's one more. I've tightened these three here, all of those three there, going around. All three on the three on this side and the three on that side have all been tightened. There's one left that I wanted to tighten just for the sake of showing you. I'm tightening this screw, this Allen screw in the back. That's been tightened. All right. Now, I will show you again. It's made absolutely no difference. As you can tell, that is still taking place. And Chris, that is incredibly dangerous. So, I think that proves that what your tech is saying is just not true. The change the subject. The next thing I wanted to discuss was the ignition switch, the throttle. Now you said in there, you mentioned that the brakes might be on, but I'll show you the brakes are not on. That this throttle does not respond. It hasn't been responding. So now you've got that on. It's in third mode right there. I'm not, as you can see, both of my hands are right here. I'm going to press this down. And as you can tell, as you can see, the throttle's being pressed. There is plenty of power here. It's a full power right there. Finally, if you notice, finally it comes on. But that was after about 4 or 5 times being pressed, and that is exactly what I was telling you about before, that this does not respond to repeated attempts to try to turn that throttle on. Also, I needed to show you too that the back brakes do not work. The back brake lights do not work. They are at this point, and I am pressing in with both of the brakes. The back brake lights are not coming on. So I think that, make sure I've gone over everything here. That is, that's everything. And Bo, as you've confirmed, this is everything that you've seen too.
That's correct.
Okay. So Chris, in closing, I just want to say that I'm here to work with you, man. What I want is what you have advertised on your website. You know, that scooter is an incredible, awesome thing to have. And I have enjoyed this one. I've gotten a lot of fun out of this, but then I've had all these problems that take place, this thing especially, and I think that the throttle can be considered certainly a safety hazard as well. I just want to I just want a scooter that doesn't have all these problems, that you know, to get what I pay for. And I think you're a smart businessman. You're a good guy, and I'm sure you can understand that, and that makes perfect sense to you. So anyway, when I ship this to you, as soon as I get the other one, I appreciate you sending me today the text message, giving me the tracking number. The what now?
Is there a manual that comes with it?
Oh, well, they didn't include the manual. Chris did. Yeah, Chris, thank you for showing me. He did send me the manual that I received through email. So that's not an issue. But what was I saying? I just you will be able to see all these problems for yourself when I send this scooter to you, and you'll be able to see, you know, that this just does not add up with the factory in China, and my contention is with them. It's certainly not with you. I think that they really need to do much more quality control, because this is just not acceptable. And if you take into account that they first off sent this thing originally without signature required, which would have, you know, that could put you in a really bad situation. That's one. They sent this also without a seat, and then you had to send me this seat. I appreciate you doing that. That's two. And then the third thing, they didn't even include a manual with this. That's three. And then, you know, the real icing on the cake has been all these other problems, all these other issues. Anyway, please shoot me up if you have any questions. I look forward to getting the new scooter, and hopefully it will not have these same issues. I guess otherwise we're going to need to, you know, we're going to need to figure something out. But like I said before, I'm here to work with you, and what I want is a real workable scooter. Thank you very much.